Cuddles the Comfort Doll was created to help people with their problems. Now he's the problem. Buttons the Bear lost a lucrative corporate sponsorship for reasons of moral turpitude. Bill the Ventriloquist Dummy has had 58 partners die in unlikely accidents. Rocko the Dog was a sidekick in a children's TV show until one day he snapped. Prison didn't help, and now in one last desperate stab at rehabilitation, they've been placed in a halfway house. A home for puppets who kill.
What's this my son Pablo telling me? You take his ball away?
Yeah, the ball came in my yard, so I get to keep it.
Give the ball back.
I'm sorry, this ball is now safely in my possession.
You and your halfway house. You're nothing but the bad news to the neighborhood.
Insults are not going to help you.
Criminals, perverts, how you say fornicators.
Well, thanks for the compliment. But we are not criminals and perverts. We're decent, hard-working people. Yes, people who were once led astray, but we have been trying to live fine, upstanding lives.
Dan, Bill and Buttons are surfing the internet for porn again.
You see? I knew it. Perverts. May God strike you down. May he send you a message to atone your sins. Andiamo.
Have a nice day. Fornicator. As if one half-hearted hand job every 3 years makes me a fornicator.
Let me just bend over here.
Yes.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
You're surfing porn sites on the internet again, aren't you? Oh, I am so disappointed in the two of you.
But Dan, these photos are hot.
It's true. Although I'm somewhat asexual, I find the photos oddly satisfying.
You repulse me.
Well, this lady's got a webcam in her apartment and everything.
Yeah, she even has a pet name for me. She calls me Moneybags.
The internet was not designed to help you get your jollies. It's meant as a tool of higher learning.
And it's the perfect delivery system for porn. 24 hours a day.
Well, the sooner you get this trash out of your lives, the better you'll be.
You're just jealous you're not as free as I am.
I am not.
Oh, yes, you are. Look at me, Dan. I'm so relaxed. I can pleasure myself and stare you right in the eye. See?
You know what? I have too much self-esteem for this. Forget it. Go find something useful to do. Cuddles, what are you doing? You're a mess. You've got paint all over your hands.
It's my shrine to the gods.
You're what?
Yes, with my own little hands, I carefully created this tiny shrine to all the gods of the universe.
May I see it?
Oh, okay,
Yeah, I'd like to see it for a second.
but be careful. Vishnu's arms are very, very fragile. And the beads haven't, totally dried. Oh, what? Ah, what are you doing? What, What? What did you do that for?
I think you're forgetting your Bible. Thou shalt have no false gods before me.
But you don't even believe in God!
No, but Corrections Canada does. And I believe in Corrections Canada. And if they caught you defying God's law in this way, we'd be in a world of shit here.
But it took me 2 weeks to make this!
2 weeks is nothing compared to an eternity in hell for defying the law of God. And Corrections Canada.
You are a very mean man. You wouldn't be able to do this if I ran the house.
No, I wouldn't, but you don't run the house, do you? I do. And you have to do what I say, so clean up.
Hey, Dan, you look terrible.
Do I? Well, I guess I'm a little tired and run down.
Oh, you should go see a doctor.
I am not gonna go see a doctor. He'll just say, I'm tired and I need some rest. Why do I need a medical opinion for that?
Yeah.
Oh, no, not again.
I ask God to send you a sign. You, listen to me. He gonna repay you for your evil.
Oh, it's great. You've got a direct pipeline right to God, and I have a hard time making a long-distance phone call. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Dan, I can't get this off my hands.
Oh, Dio mio. La stigmata.
The stigmata?
He bleeds the way Jesus did.
Oh, no, that's just red paint in his hand.
No, it's a miracle. He carries the pain of the world. He who sent to this neighborhood has a message to us all. Venite! È un segno di Dio! Venite a guardare il miracolo! Venite!
Well, that clinches it. Our neighbors are a pack of fucking idiots. Is this the 12th century? Here we go. Stigmata. Oh, here we are, stigmata. The marks corresponding to those left on Christ's body by nails and spear at his crucifixion. Such marks are attributed to divine favor. Oh, okay.
So, she thinks that Cuddles is divinely favored? You know, we should use this. With the Messiah here, I mean, we could run this neighborhood, Dan.
Trust me, Cuddles is not the Messiah. I'm sure the Messiah could spell, for one thing.
Mrs. Luigi seems to think I am.
Yes, well, Mrs. Luigi is a religious fanatic. Lie low for a while and this whole thing will blow over like the hula hoop craze of the Renaissance.
You're making a big mistake, Dan.
We come to see the miracle child, Cuddles.
Yes, folks, may I help you?
We're here to see the miracle child.
No, it was a mistake. He's not a miracle child. There, now that I've cleared it up, you can all go home to sleep.
He bleeds from the wrists. I see him myself.
He's a sign from our Creator, a stigmata.
He is not a sign from our Creator. I'm pretty sure a sign from our Creator would be potty trained. Now go home.
First, you take my little boy's ball away. And now, you want to take the miracle child away from the people.
Okay, fine. You don't believe me? Come in. Come on, here we are. There he is. You see? It's all a misunderstanding.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, no. That's just paint in his hand. See, go ahead and touch. See? Just paint.
My arthritis is gone.
Oh, shut up.
È un miracolo. The miracle child healed me.
Okay, come on, go. Everybody go, please. Yes, thank you very much. Miracle. They are worse than Jehovah's Witnesses.
How about that, Dan? I'm a healer.
Oh, give me a break. You can't even wipe your own ass.
I've seen it many times, Dan. 99 times out of 100, it's just our old friend fatigue.
Really?
Oh, what happens to many people? They just get worn down by their work. You just need a few days, good rest, good food.
Well, thank you for confirming what I already suspected.
But just to make you feel better, we're gonna run a few tests. It's more a formality, really.
Whatever you think is necessary.
Not to worry, Dan. The Canadian medical system will heal you, and if not, you can use your money to go to the much better equipped American system. Lord knows, that's where I'd go.
Hi, Cuddles. Hi, Mr. Robinson.
Hi, Dan.
Are you feeling all right? Okay.
Cuddles, could I speak to you for a second?
I'm in the middle of something here, Dan.
Over here, please.
Okay. Feeling all right? Good?
Why do you have Mr. Robinson from down the street splayed open on the kitchen table?
Oh, I'm performing open heart surgery. Why do you ask?
Well, I don't want to sound like a stickler, but do you realize I could get in a lot of trouble for having you operating on our neighbors using kitchen tools?
Oh, don't worry, Dan. Remember how the neighbors all thought I was the miracle child?
And remember how we established that was all bullshit?
No, it turns out it's true. I found out I can heal people in the most amazing ways.
I want you to stop it now.
Oh, well, you'll have to talk to Rocko about that.
Rocko? Oh, sure, my boy can heal you, but, you know, he's got a full schedule. Yeah, he's restoring sight to the blind at 5, and then healing a bunch of withered limbs at 1/2 He can bring your uncle back from the dead, but it's gonna cost you.
What's going on here?
Oh, Dan, you're back early. What are you doing in the leper lineup?
What are you doing?
I'm helping humanity. And if that makes me a millionaire, so be it.
I will not have you taking advantage of this pack of mindless simpletons and dolts. Our beloved neighbors.
Now, look, can you hang on a second? Don't you see, Dan? We have been blessed by a miracle. Cuddles has been healing all afternoon. He got Mr. Dalewood to walk again, and he gave Mr. Smith that penis extension he always wanted.
Imagine, Dan, no more pain in the world, no more suffering. I have the power to save the world. There you go, don't worry. That boil is draining as we speak.
I want everyone out of here in the next 5 minutes.
Fine. But what do you want me to tell the Globe and Mail?
The what?
Oh, the newspaper that wants to do a story on this miracle. Now, are you going to be the hero that runs this miracle house, Dan? Or the heartless shithead who shut us down?
Well, as soon as we found out we had the miracle child here, I thought, well, how can I help the world? And that's when we started doing the healing.
Such a magnanimous response.
There's no E in Barlow.
Well, I think we have enough for a very fine story here.
Good.
If you don't mind, I'd like to come to a healing session tomorrow.
Oh, not at all. Yes, we would love to have you there.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for coming. Watch your step.
Well, I finally got my wish, Dan.
To help humanity.
No, to boss you around. Miriam, now that I'm the miracle child, I call the shots in this house.
You. What?
As the Messiah, I have the filthy, unwashed masses to look after, so I can't be taking out the garbage and making my bed. Those will be your duties from now on.
Listen, you little shit.
Don't raise your hand to the miracle child. Or would you like me to make your penis shrivel and blacken and fall off? Your choice. We should all be good to others.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's original.
Try to do a good deed every day.
Amen.
How long did it take him to think that up?
Well, I guess it's time for a miracle.
Yeah.
Miracle!
Whoa! Dan, you should see this. Cuddles just turned water into wine.
Good for Cuddles.
It's spicy with a long finish, reminiscent of a Chilean Cabernet.
Well, didn't take long for the power to go to his head, did it? You used to be the god around here, Dan.
What can you do? He's the miracle child.
I know a cult deprogrammer. He could nip this shit in the bud pretty damn fast.
Are you suggesting I try to bring him down just because he's gotten a little arrogant?
Sure, why not? You'd get him off your back.
What kind of sick, immoral bastard are you?
Have it your way.
Oh, by the way, Dan, I'll be taking over your bedroom tomorrow. The Messiah deserves an ensuite, don't you think?
Do it.
He is suffering from a Messiah complex, Mr. Barlow.
Really?
A very dangerous disorder. He's deluded into thinking that he has great powers and can lead others. It's a condition that affects certain disturbed people and most politicians.
Well, that sounds like it.
Sure, at first it seems okay. He helps people, does some good works, but pretty soon he's drunk with power and is ordering his followers to drink the Kool-Aid. We must stop him.
What can we do?
We discredit him. Make him look like an ass in front of his followers. That'll destroy his confidence and his powers.
How do we do that?
We find a woman who claims to have a child out of wedlock with him.
Wow.
Now, we got to get him at a time when he's at his most vulnerable.
He's meeting with his followers in front of the press tomorrow.
Perfect!
But I can't be there. I've got an appointment.
Don't worry about a thing, Dan. We'll handle everything.
You seem in a chipper mood today, Dan.
I'm feeling pretty good. I've had a pretty good day.
Good for you. Now about those tests.
Yes, I know. Purely formality. Really just need a bit of R&R.
Yes, I did say that, didn't I?
So, what's the news? Am I run down? Got a little boo-boo in my body?
You have inoperable bowel cancer.
What?
Hate to be the one to tell you.
Oh, there must be some mistake.
I wish there was. You could use a miracle, Dan.
Oh, isn't there something I can do?
Well, there is a radical treatment that may help you.
Is that the right time? Oh, damn it, I gotta be somewhere. Hold that thought.
Perfect. Just perfect.
Bill!
Oh, Dan, don't bother to thank me. It worked like a charm.
Y'all should have been there, Dan. Totally destroyed his confidence.
You should have seen his face when she stood up and denounced him as a fraud. It was perfect.
This whole thing is a hoax. I should have known.
Cuddles has performed his last miracle, I can assure you.
You have to undo it.
What?
You have to give Cuddles his power back.
That won't be easy.
Don't get out of my way.
Cuddles.
I heard what you did to me, Dan.
I realize I
I
lashed
can't
out before,
believe you plotted to take my powers away.
Now I need your help.
You wanted to bring me down.
Yes, I
well,
know I pushed it, but
here I am, Dan.
I find that I'm riddled with bowel cancer. Could you say little magical prayers for me?
Oh, sure. Sure, I'll say a little magical prayer. Bowel cancer. Grow in Dan. Grow. Grow. Squeeze his rectum till he pees blood. I'd rather heal Hitler.
Oh.
So, you were talking about a radical treatment.
Yes, Dan, there is hope. But it's a little bit experimental.
I'll do anything.
You need the spinal fluid from a small Mediterranean child. It's a little bit unconventional, but heck, let's roll the dice.
Spinal fluid of a child?
I'm not suggesting anything insane. We just need to suck the fluid out of the base of a child's spine to save your life.
Won't that cause undue hardship on the child?
Yes, but they're kids, they bounce back. The problem is finding the perfect match.
And what are the chances of that?
Take heart, Dan. Right now, some happy child is skipping down the street with a balloon in one hand, taffy apple in the other, and a pint of spinal fluid sloshing around the base of their spine with your name on it.
Hey, Pablo, I brought your ball back. Wait a minute, what's this taped to it? Is that a $100 bill? How'd that get there? Yeah, you and I are gonna be great friends, right? And you know how friends do things for friends? I have a little favor I'd like to ask. Well, it's more of a fun game, really. I need to just stick a needle into the base of your spine and remove a small amount of fluid. And wait, come back. I'll make it $200. Come back here, you little.
There, Dan. We've both been silly, fighting like dogs for status.
It's funny how things go in life, huh?
There I was, the miracle child. I had everything. Now I have nothing.
And I have 10 feet of bad bowel. Ow. If anyone needs me, I'll be up in my room taking a nap. Oh, you guys left your computer on again. Oh, cruising for porn. Oh, God. Oh, that's disgusting.
My little Pablo tells me Dan wants a spinal fluid.
Yes, that bowel cancer thing, you know.
My life's beliefs tells me I must not turn Dan away. You healed me, Cuddles, so I will help Dan. My little Pablo will give Dan his spinal fluid.
Oh.
Anyway, that's how I found out I was allergic to clams. You know, just so you know, Mrs. Luigi, Dan is not an evil fornicator. He's the finest man I know.
I'm sure he is. Now, you go tell him, okay?
Well, you can tell him yourself. He's right upstairs.
Okay.
This isn't what it looks like. Please. Oh, give me a break. You can't even wipe your own ass.
Is that true?
It's my secret shame.
The door's open. I could run, but my legs won't work.
Don't worry. I lick my own balls.
Well, at least I don't lick my ass.
Hey, that was New Year's.
Finish me off, will you, Bill?
Fucking asshole bastard. I hate this fucking game. Dummy! Stupid! Jerry! Help!
Visit us at puppetswhokilled.com.